Hello and welcome to our sixth session of Queer and D, where a bunch of us just get together on Saturday night and play D&D for a few hours. So this one a little bit shorter because we've got life stuff going on, but it's a lot of fun and we can't wait for you to see it. We'll hope you all enjoy. So going back to a little quick recap from last time. You all headed back from the Goblin Caves towards the city, taking camp at the kind of overhang wooded area that you were at the night before, taking watches there. The only person who seemed to have any trouble was Leaf, who somehow took offence to fireflies and woke everyone up to inspect these fireflies. And then while looking around, was too busy looking up to try and see if there was any more fireflies or anything else of that kind of nature, and instantly stepped into a nice big pile of horse shit. The morning came for you all, and you all headed back off towards Elan's, where you stopped in at Harry's and got your reward from him. So you managed to get 750 gold, which you've all split up amongst yourselves now. And then headed off towards the Singing Dragon for an evening's rest. Some rest was had by a few people, in that it was in full swing in the bar that evening with a bardic band on stage. There was a nice little bet between River and Leaf, whereby Tix was over trying to seduce an elfin person to go upstairs for the evening. Didn't quite go to plan, but that just meant that River finally won a bet. And now Leaf has to not drink alcohol for a full day, and it's just milk and water and juice for a full day.
I mean, that's totally... I shouldn't have had a drink tonight then. I'm not on brand. It's all good.
Torin got into the party feel of the evening as well, and went downstairs and basically turned this bar into an EDM rave with incense and dancing shirtless.
I love everything about it.
The following morning came again. You all had like a nice breakfast. Tix had managed to gain some companionship for the evening in the form of a blue tiefling, who promptly left the room before the morning came. So there was no awkwardness that morning. You all headed out, visited Pandora's to try and get some kind of enchantments done. Rivers managed to procure some lessons in magic to find out a little bit more about enchanting and magic in general, and also managed to walk away with a wooden wand from the shop without being noticed, despite there being an alarm on the door. And you all headed off towards trying to get some horses in a cart, which you managed to get easily enough from the stables, and then headed down to the docks area to see River's contact. And we stopped just as you were entering the warehouse area. So the guards...
so that was where we got confused.
Yeah. Yes.
I was so confused.
So you follow this guard in towards this big, through the double doors of this big warehouse. It is a huge warehouse inside. You see there are some shelves with some goods on one side. There's some stairs that go up towards the balcony overhang area. There are some people just looking down to the main central area, which is set up as a sunken-in fighting pit with like a fence going around it. But the warehouse itself is jam-packed for this time of day. There are some people training in the fighting pit, some people cheering on. There are some people over. Somehow got alcohol, although you don't see a bar at this stage. But the guard who was escorting you in takes you up the stairs, not quite towards the main area where everybody else is, but over to a quieter area of the railings. where they stop in front of a halfling male who looks to be about mid-20s. He's got like close cropped hair and dressed mostly in like black leathers that are kind of soft, like in a black shirt, just soft clothing in general. Kind of get the idea that when they move, they don't make noise. And the guard points you towards him, kind of bows his head quickly, and then instantly runs back down towards the door so as not to leave their post for too long.
Cool. So wait, the halfling is in front of us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Kind of looking out over the railing of this quieter bit that they're at, looking out down towards the fighting area where there's a Goliath and a human fighting in the fighting pit just now. No weapons, it's just hand-to-hand combat.
Cool. So I go up to him and say in thieves' cant, where's Kedar?
Head instantly poked round.
What?
Do I know you? And he's now looking at you, asking, do I know you?
Kedar knows me.
Well, that's me, so...
Oh, I had Kedar as a half-elf. Alright. Yeah, my name's River. I've spent some time here. I did some work for you a while ago. In thieving.
Just to know, I had Kedar down as a half-elf, too. So you're not alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might just have messed up my note there.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably just can't read my own writing in all honesty.
Everyone gets a free reroll in the evening. When everyone messes up.
Just kind of moves away from the railing area and goes off towards a quiet seating area off to the side. And ushers you.
I'm looking for some information.
Well, information comes at a price. What kind of information are you looking for?
Do you know anything about stuff going on in Arkberry and a lady, right? And then I say, and Beast can't. Do you know anything about Lady Raylene?
I don't personally, but Rhea does, I think. And you kind of see him like looking over. He says it very quietly to you, and Thieves Can't again. But he looks over quietly towards like a larger main seating area that's towards the back of this overhang, where there is a female dwarf sitting at a table with two humanoids on either side, going through ledgers. You could.
Would we be able to speak there?
I could probably set up a meeting. She is about to head out on a business venture today, but it's in the city. Let me see what I can do. And he gets up, leaves you at the table, and goes over. There are whispers towards the humanoid who is on her left hand side. And you see them kind of exchanging whispers backwards and forwards for a minute or so. And then Rhea looks up, whispers something else, and then he comes back over. So she's not free until tomorrow morning. She can meet with you here in the morning.
What time is it now?
After your shopping, I'd say it's probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. at this stage after all your shopping.
And what time is my lesson? Is that tomorrow as well?
No, it's the day after. So you met with Pandora today, and she said in 2 days' time. So it's in 2 days' time, really.
Look, it'll be a quick conversation. We won't take up much time. I'd rather get this done and over with.
And then you kind of like look up. He looks up and looks over. You see her slam the book shut, and then she walks off with the ledgers and the two people that were sitting beside her. They walk off towards a door that's over in the corner and disappear through.
I'm gonna look over to everyone else and be like, what the hang is going on?
And while I've been waiting, I've started looking some barrels over there, just trying to get workout in.
Because we don't understand, obviously, what language were you speaking, River?
Thieves can't.
Yeah, exactly. We have no idea what's going on.
So I look at the group
Yep.
and I relay the fact that the person we came to speak with, he's not available until tomorrow. We can come back and talk. Do you guys have anything you want to ask them? Jobs or anything? I just feel like maybe this would
We stay there tonight so that we don't have to go back to the tavern or something. We could just stay there, and then it means we don't have to bother in the morning traveling over here. I know we have a cart, but like it'd be so much more easier to get up, see whoever we're speaking to, and then carry on.
I don't know if they really have rooms here.
Well, we mean, there's something somewhere around here where we could camp out. I mean, there's nothing. There is a fighting pit downstairs. Say it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys want to go for it.
Money there. I mean, hey. I mean,
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the fighting thing and chat with the people there.
Okay. So you go downstairs.
I'm following you over.
Are you staying upstairs for this to look down from the balcony, or are you going downstairs to look over from the kind of fenced off area down into the pit?
I'm gonna go down to the pit. I want to try and fight whoever.
Yeah, we want to find who's in charge of the fighting pit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
If
take
there's any treasure, we can win.
I mean, if we're gonna have to hang out till tomorrow and talk to people, you might as well try and get some treasure.
make an investigation check for me.
I will assist you. I will assist you.
That. And I kind of, while they're doing that, I kind of just say thank you and then kind of fade into the background
Okay.
of the people.
Mika, what are you doing?
That would be.
She's just kind of looking around like, what have I got myself into?
Quiet as ever.
Investigation.
I rolled a 20. No, I rolled an 18, sorry.
Okay. 18.
I was assisting you, so did you get advantage on your roll?
Yeah.
Not that it matters. That was a good roll.
So going round.
Let's get ready to go.
Going round, it takes you maybe 1 or 2 passes. There is quite a few people there, and they're all shouting and trying to place bets and things like that. But you do find the main person who is taking bets for the fights that are currently going on in the fighting pit. It's an elderly looking, well, not quite elderly looking, but an older looking orc who is wearing just a kind of black shirt with a leather plate, leather armor over the top of it, and has a little book, furiously taking down names and updating numbers for his bets, like for the odds and whatnot. He's got like a little goblin next to him who is taking people's money, sticking it into a coin pouch as well.
Alright, I'm gonna go up and say, so, can anyone sign up and fight here?
Well, what's your buy-in?
You what, sorry?
What's your buy-in?
My life.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
I'm gonna put a hand in my front right here. And pull him back a little bit and give him a nice look, a tap.
oh, Leaf.
Oh, Leaf.
Oh, Leaf.
We're thinking more monetary buy-in rather than
Oh. Makes much more sense.
little bit,
I
yeah.
have not had a drink in a few hours' time, so this is why I make stupid decisions. Money makes much more sense now. Thanks, Torrin.
Yeah, no worries there. So what is the general buy-in to fight? And, I'd also like to know how consensual this fighting is. I mean, is everyone here on their own consent?
Yes,
No
everyone.
one free will?
Everyone here works for Rhea. This is just what we do
Ah.
when we don't have as many jobs, shall we say.
Mm.
It's just a way to make money in our downtime.
So what's the buy-in to fight?
Are there levels?
Are there levels?
Like, how does the...
For newcomers, buy-ins about, pulls out a book, kind of flicks back to try and find the last newcomer who was here. 15 gold apiece, 15 gold per person.
Okay.
Winner
How
takes
much do you
all.
win if you win?
Yeah.
Winner takes all.
I'm in.
Okay. So we've
So
got
they're doing this hand-to-hand. Is it weapons fighting? What are there rules?
Is it MMA?
usually to make sure that we to make sure that we can still, hold a sword the next day and hold daggers. We normally just do hand to hand. We don't want too much blood getting in the sand,
Alright.
Basic-
Alright. Makes sense.
I'm gonna throw 15 down as well.
Okay. So I'll get 2.
While they're doing this, can I make a perception check to see if I see any symbols?
Yep, go ahead.
.3.
23. Looking around on the top area where you are in the kind of balcony area, as it were, it's easy enough to kind of see the walls around. You don't see any kind of symbols on any of the walls, on any of the woodwork or anything like that.
What about any of the people?
The people around about you, you don't see any kind of symbol on them at all.
Can I stealthily head over to the door that Rhea left?
Make a stealth check.
This is going on.
17. Okay. Making your way over, it's easy enough to make your way over there unnoticed. But when you head over there, you do see that there is a Goliath standing arms crossed in front of the door.
Ooh.
I see.
I'm gonna take a ball bearing
Okay.
and roll it away from me, but in front of the Goliath. So, like, kind of heading away and just roll it and see if he looks or moves anything.
Okay.
Why don't you just flirt with him?
What?
You
Just flirt with him.
Say hello.
you're not there at this moment. You're downstairs trying to buy your way into a fighting pit.
I know.
You're there offering him your life.
That's right.
Life for goal.
Pinging a ball bearing in front of him, kind of away from you, but across his path.
So you can't
You
see
see
that I'm
his
doing it.
eyes move to follow it a little bit, and then snap right back up.
I take out the wand.
Okay.
I look at it. And I put it away. And then I make my way downstairs.
Okay. So coming downstairs, you see that Leaf and Tix are currently handing over gold towards this orc with the little goblin beside
What are
him.
you guys doing?
Being a fighting pit. I mean, fighter. What am I supposed to do? I'm sitting ringside to see, and if I need to cure wounds or what have you at the moment.
Can I put a bet on this? I don't want to do it. I just want to bet on it.
Okay. The orc looks at you.
Hold on, I gotta figure out how much money I have left.
He says, I don't know if I can put his voice back on again now for being out of it for so long. Betting begins as soon as the fight starts.
Alright. Who's fighting?
Okay, so we've got both
Right.
Leaf and Tix. Torin, you said you're staying at the side. What was it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Mika, are you buying in, or are you...
I'm going to find somewhere to kind of settle down and curl up against something where I can kind of watch what's going on, but then end up falling asleep.
And I'm gonna put 1 platinum on each.
Okay.
Mika, come sit next to me. Come up here.
Yeah, we all
I'm
just
sitting
want to sit
ringside.
there.
Come on.
Okay.
No. Come sit.
So you see that there is, like, signs of,
A meditation for you. Get a nice groove going for nappy naps.
there is like, some larger kind of bar tables off to the side with some stools that you could sit up there if you wanted to and keep an eye on the fights from there.
You're putting this into a rave too, aren't you?
I know. It's a little, you know, ringside napping. I'm getting a little rocking for Mika too, just a little bit. Little pat.
Okay. So the orc takes the 15 gold from each of you, and he looks around, says, "Give me 5 minutes, and then you're up."
Okay.
And he
Are we
walks off.
Separately or together?
I know. You didn't know if you had to fight each other or not. Oh.
You just went off. You'll find out.
Oh gosh.
And you kind of see him.
Oh, Lord. This is why I decided to sit out.
So I go over to Leaf
Just
and I say, how do you feel about double or nothing? If you win, you can have my wine flask. And the bet that we made previously is null and void. If you lose, you have to go 2 days with water and milk.
You know what? I'm not in a betting mood today.
Damn.
I think the wine isn't as good as I think it is. So no, I'm not.
Alright.
So truly, it has nothing to do with the betting. It has to do with the vintage.
We have standards.
Okay. So you see the orc kind of go off to like one of the other tables, like the bar tables with the stools, the high ones there, and talk to a couple of Goliaths. who are sitting over there just with tankards of ale in their hands. And you see him furiously whispering, and he nods his head, and then you see one Goliath shake his head like no, and the other one kind of nudges him, and they stand up, they down their tankards of ale, and kind of slap each other on the back, and then the orc comes back over to you. So if there's anything that you want to prepare just now.
Well, we only use unarmed strikes, right? We can't use weapons.
Yeah.
This is just fight, right?
So
Yeah, but if anyone has like bless or anything, that would be helpful.
I mean, I have a decent unarmed strike, but that's all I got.
yeah, that's basically all you can use. I'm basically gonna go and make a sort of really kind of like face at like whoever we're gonna like be battling, you know, like do stretches, flexes. I even like take off like my cloak and and I have like a slight small top. So I just whip that off, and it reveals like leaf tattoos across like my torso. Yeah,
Sweet.
this means business.
Okay.
Unarmed strike.
So you see, finishing up in the fighting pit below, you see there are another two Goliaths that are down there just now, and they are just slowly punching each other. So one of them gets in a good right uppercut, and the other one just falls flat on his back. You see the crowd go absolutely wild. There are coins being thrown down, and someone throws down a ladder into the fighting pit so then they can get back up. Instantly you see like a human go down with a bucket of water, toss it over the fallen Goliath's face, slap his face and pull him up.
Oh gosh.
Roughly how tall are these Goliaths?
One of them is kind of on the upper edges of like 6'10" and the other one is about 7'4", 7'5". So they're taller than both of you.
Oh no.
I don't change how I look at all, but I'm going to shift to be about 6'4".
Okay. No problem.
Just leverage. That's all. Just
Now, I need to clarify, what are the rules about chest area? I don't really want to get that punched because my boob would hurt.
Who are you asking this to? Are you asking this to the orc? Are you asking this to Tex?
I'm asking this to the orc.
The orc? He's still making his way back over to you. You do mind
when I hear
backing
this
down?
question, I just close my eyes and shake my head and take a deep breath.
I turn to the popcorn and I'm just like, hey guys, you want some?
The orc does make his way back over. Now that you see that the fighting pit area has cleared, and you see everybody running over to refill their drinks to get back to their spots that they'd managed to stake out.
As everyone like goes and comes back, I'm just gonna stealthily kind of be in the front of the pit area where all the people are standing with their lovely money pouches and such.
Okay. And you see the two Goliaths that he was speaking with. They have now made their way over towards the ladder, and you just look at the ladder. They jump up onto the fence and just jump straight down into the fighting pit without using the ladder.
You guys sure you want to do this? I mean, I have confidence in you. I just, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, all right. Well, go destroy some people.
I mean,
do this.
we've done our shopping. We don't have anything else to do today.
True. I do have popcorn. Might as well enjoy a show.
Yeah. You know, we could have gone to another show if you know.
Could have. Okay. So you go over, the orc comes back over and says, what are you waiting for? You're up. He kind of pushes you towards where the ladders are.
I kind of looked at Tix and kind of go, right. I think this is a wing it situation.
This is a wing it situation.
I'm just going to kind of step forward and be like, the power of persuasion. Will that work? Who knows? I start to walk up to the Goliath and go, hello there. I just thought I'd have a wee fight with you, you know, just for the fun of nothing else to do here. Just to clarify, the chest is off limit. Because
They look at each other and just laugh
at that
in your
point,
face.
And then at that point, I'm going to kick him in the gahoolies.
Okay, I need you all to roll initiative before that happens, because you've now entered the fight where fighting is expected.
Darn.
Well, they're doing that. I'm going to take out my good luck coin, and I'm just going to kind of do a little prayer and ask for luck to be on our side.
Okay.
Do you want our initiative rolls?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Mine is a 20.
20, okay.
So 20 total. I'm praying for divine intervention.
Mine is a 7.
A 7?
Mine is a 7. Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm going to go well.
So Tix, you will be up first then.
Well, I want to hit him in the gillies, so.
You're
Alright.
you're the bottom of the initiative, Leaf. So you'll get to try that in a bit.
Oh.
Load up
Alright.
a map for you here, just a real basic kind of map. Just like kind of a grid.
Goodness.
And let's put one here and one here.
Oh. So it's a 2-on-2. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just so that you know where you are in relation to each other.
Alright. So I'm just gonna step up into that guy's face.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go for an initial gut punch.
Okay. I got punch. Go ahead, roll a d4, half it, and add your strength modifier if you aren't proficient or you don't have an arm strike on your thing.
As a fighter, with my unarmed strike is just a 4. Like it just does 4 bludgeoning damage. There's no roll. I have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
But it's just 4 bludgeoning damage. It's not a dice roll.
That's fine.
According to D&D Beyond, anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what yours was for your attacks.
Would this be
my 20 to hit, dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Oh.
So 4 damage.
Yep, 4 bludgeoning damage, gut punch.
Okay, so you just go for a straight, quick jab straight into the gut. He kind of tenses and hunches a bit, then straightens back up. It's now the Goliath's turns. So they look at each other, laugh. The Goliath that you hit, Tix, is just going to go ahead and do a quick kind of haymaker towards your head. And that will be a... Where is it? That will be a...
Is this a non-lethal tax?
Yeah, this is just till unconsciousness,
Yeah.
not till death.
Yeah.
That'll be an 8 to hit, so I don't think that hits.
Phew.
You managed to duck down just enough. The kind of quick boxer kind of move. And the other Goliath is going to... towards Lee. It's going to move forwards. And trying to kind of sweep to your... well, kind of kick to your knee. That won't hit as well. That's a 9 to hit, so I don't think that hits.
Oh, no.
I'm slow.
Slow.
Now you're up, Leaf.
Oh, yes, right.
Kick him in the goalies!
Clip him in the ghoulies.
Okay, go ahead and roll to see if you hit.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 23.
Okay, so you kind of, after jumping back from him trying to hit your knee, you're still looking down. You just instantly swift kick up right between, and your foot like goes right the way through, but it connects with your shin, and you instantly see him like drop his hands down and hunch over. So go ahead and roll. Do you have any unarmed strike for your?
Mine is an unarmed strike. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So how much damage is that?
That's 4.
4. Is
I
it?
rolled a 4.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. So we're back up with ticks now.
Yes, on it.
Alright, so I'm just gonna keep punching the same guy and I'm gonna go for an uppercut.
Okay.
That will be 22 to hit.
That hits. So that's you punch up, you catch him right there on the chin, and his head's thrown back a bit. Kind of see stars for a bit, for a second, and the head just kind of drops back forward again, looking right at you.
While that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
I get up next to somebody and go, "Whoa, did you see that? Oh, wow!" And use my other hand to stealthily take their money.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check then for
We might lose this. We might lose this fight, but I'm telling you what, I'm gonna hit up River for some of that cash when this is over.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us all the money. We did all the work. All the distracting.
It is. If I can make this work. Yes.
You better strike than I do.
Hold on.
Okay.
That doesn't want to work for some reason. 16, I think it's plus 7, so 18.
Plus 7? Okay.
So it's 23.
Yeah. He's too busy with his tankard and cheering and talking to his friend beside him that he doesn't notice you sneakily grabbing his coin pouch.
Nice.
And then I move away
Yeah.
to the other side.
Okay. No problem. So it'll be the first Goliath that's against Hicks just now. 18 to hit?
Damn it!
Does that hit?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that hits.
Okay. That'll be 4 points of damage.
How much, sorry?
4 points of damage for that one. And the other Goliath, that one is just gonna, after you've kind of like punched him like there, is just gonna go for a straight nose jab and just hit you right on the nose.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, that's the worst.
it's a good thing you can reshape that. Right.
The other Goliath will not hit again. He's still kind of on the ground, well, not on the ground, but he's still hunched over, wincing in pain. Tries to kind of hit up, but completely misses. Just goes completely wide. So we're now back with Leaf.
Hey.
So he's
Well,
hunched over.
Seeing as the
ground.
guy is hunched over, this is a great opportunity to attack again. I want to basically like use my full body weight and like proper like land on him and like in his side.
Okay.
Lower.
Yeah, like proper. Yeah.
Like a kind of like ramming into him with your elbow out kind of thing, or
Kind of, but like jumping and proper using all my weight and like I'm in it onto him so he like will hit the ground.
okay. Roll for an attack to see if you hit.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay, that'll hit. So roll your unarmed strike for that one.
Mm-hmm. On D&D and Beyond, you just click the bludgeoning button and it should do it.
Yeah, we'll just use that.
Or, yeah.
It's easy enough.
If it just says bludgeoning, then with a number, then that's just how much damage it does. You don't have to roll it.
Oh, right, okay. Then 4.
Okay. So you kind of like prep your elbow and you jump up and come straight down onto his shoulder. And he goes down flat onto the ground, so he's now prone on the ground, and you land kind of on top of him as well.
This is the only closest time I will get with a guy.
That would go where it goes. Nice.
So you're like kind of lying.
Behind them.
Yeah, so you're kind of lying half on top of him just now, after pummeling him down into the ground.
I get behind someone else and go, wow, I didn't see this coming. I thought they were going to win. And go for it again.
The same. You roll another charisma check for me.
Work in the crowd. Go River.
17.
Okay. This one, he is looking down. He's not paying attention. Both hands are kind of up on the railing, kind of grasping his tankard. It's easy enough to grab the small coin pouch that's on his side. So note down two coin pouches.
Go back around to his spot.
Okay. So we're now back with, unless Leaf, you wanted to stand up or anything like that to move, or
I'm going to stand up and I'm just going to sort of wave to the crowd and wave at like Torin and be like,
Yes.
check
Wait,
you
you're
out.
doing good. Good job. And Mika does a little bit of a snore over here. A little bit of a snore. Give me a little light pat. And then they drift back to sleep.
wake her up, she's missing the greatest show.
And apparently Mika needs lots and lots of sleep. So we let him be. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could grab her and fold her up, I guess. That seems a startling way to wake up. All of a sudden, we lifted, roughly 7 feet up. Might lose some trust.
We're back at the top now with Utix.
Alright, I rolled a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Awesome.
So what would you like to do?
Alright, so I went and I did uppercut, and then he punched me in the face, right?
Yeah, straight to the nose.
So I'm gonna return the favor, and I'm just gonna.
Okay. So, how much damage was that again? It was just 4 for your
Oh, 4.
unarmed? Okay. Okay. So now back with him. He's gonna head kind of blasty back from that, seeing stars again, looks up, blood's like kind of streaming from a cut right at the nose area there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna spit to the ground, and then is gonna just try and kick the feet out from underneath you. That's an 11, so he's gonna try and do that, and you just jump up and miss his
So
legs.
I'm just gonna
entirely.
jump, and then I'm gonna land back on my feet, and I'm gonna go.
The other one who's down on the ground against Leaf is going to stand up. She's going to stare Leaf down while she's kind of playing to the crowd.
Right.
And it's going to try and just shove Leaf into the kind of walled area. Face first. So let's see if that... In fact, make a strength check for me, Leaf.
Okay.
Just athletics check.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What'd you get?
21.
21. You rolled a 22, so he's gonna grab you by the shoulders and slam you into the wall, and just kind of like lift your head back and push your head right into the wall. So for that, it's going to be 6 points of damage with that one. As he grabs you by your short hair and just slams you face first into the wall. Kind of nose breaking, blood streaming everywhere. It's your turn now, Leaf.
Right. This is war.
Nuts again.
Oh, I'll be doing more than that. I will destroy him. This is like, a rage that we've never seen in Leaf before, and she's just like really angry. So she's just, she's ready to attack him.
Okay. So what are you going to try and do?
I'm going to punch him in the face.
Okay, so you're going to have to try and make your way out of this kind of hold. So...
Okay. Well, at least attack him of some description.
Yeah. So let's see if you can get out of this hold first of all. So what we'll say is go ahead and roll let me see. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to see if you can kind of slip out of his grasp. We'll do acrobatics that one.
Athletics, did you say, or aerobatics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. That's a 6.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, you're just held there. He's got too firm a grip on your head. You can't get out of that just now.
Oh no, can I not scratch his eyes?
Ooh! Ow! It is MMA, isn't it?
You could try and turn around without trying to break it. Roll for an attack to see if you can scratch his eyes.
Taking it to a whole other level. Oh.
That is a 19.
Okay, that hits. So you pull up you manage to twist your body round just enough to get your hand and go straight down at his eyes. Your nails are a little bit sharp, and you scratch right through one of the eyes. And now it's all swollen and bloody, so it's a little bit harder for him to see. So that's another 4 points of damage, was that?
Take that. Yeah.
Okay, Tex, you're up then, if that's Leaf done.
Oh, it's gonna be retaliation. retaliation. No. Yeah, that's a 9.
A 9. What were you trying to do?
Well, I was trying to just do another face punch.
Okay. He's kind of like hands up, like kind of waiting, and he just kind of dives out the way like quickly like that. And he's going to just do the exact same back to you.
Can I
For a
take one of my
17.
ball bearings and like roll it into the ring unnoticed so he slips on it and has disadvantage?
Well, he's not moving anywhere, he's just stationary just now.
Alright, never mind.
That's a 17 to hit.
17?
Yeah.
God damn it. Just hits.
Okay, so that will be... Oh, that jumped out. Let's use a metal one because it won't do that. 5 points of damage. You just straight back into your nose again. Your nose is now just becoming this like pulpy mass on your face. Just blood like kind of streaming out everywhere.
I just wipe blood off my face
Okay.
and
Okay. So the one at Leaf, it's his turn again now. So seeing you turn around, scratch his eyes, kind of eyes a little bit swollen shut and blood going into it. He's just going to lift you up and kind of toss you over through his back and just land you on the back. Like that kind of wrestling move. Let's go try and do that.
Fireman Bliss.
But, okay, now why am I rolling for damage just yet? Let's see if he can do it first. Yeah, it's going to be a 10.
Straightens his back.
He lifts you up, but you manage to like kind of push your feet against the wall to kind of set him off balance a little bit, so he kind of drops you back down.
Whoop.
It takes your back up. Oh, in fact, no, it's Leaf next, sorry.
Okay.
yeah, we don't want to skip his turn.
Yep.
I sort of like rub my face and like covered in bruises and like anger me is still there and I'm like, this is not the way we play. And I'm gonna basically do a punch and hit his jaw.
Okay, an uppercut. Okay, go ahead and roll for an attack.
Okay. Let's see where I'm at. Here we are. That is a 14.
Okay, so you hit up, your fist connects, but your fist kind of stops right there. It doesn't move, doesn't take any damage from it. So you staying there, or are you trying to move again or anything?
I'm going to just sort of move around, sort of keep looking at him, but sort of just keep my kind of like distance, like preparing what to do next, just to keep my eye on him.
Okay, so just kind of staying in his range? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No problem. So Tex, you're up next.
Alright, I am gonna try to like kind of press a little more into his space and like give him a good like kidney punch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Only a 14.
14.
Yeah.
You try and do a kidney punch, but he kind of manages just to move his kind of stomach area out of your way, and your fist goes straight past his waist area. So, that Goliath, with you now in his space, he's going to just try and bring his elbow straight down on your shoulder.
Ow.
For a 7 to hit, so I'm guessing that does not hit.
It does not hit.
So he tries to bring it up, but he brings it down just at a slightly weird angle where it just grazes off your shoulder. The other one at Leaf, he's going to with you both still at the kind of wall area. You would both be kind of over here now, really, with the wall area. He's going to... He's actually just going to come over and leave Leaf. And he's going to try and just rush over and take a swing just at the side of Tixie's head.
As he's running, and I take my ball bearing and roll it to see if he trips on it.
Okay. First off, make a sleight of hand check to see if you can toss it in without anybody noticing.
Okay. 17.
17? Okay. So you sneakily grab a ball bearing out and you toss it in. You're not entirely sure where it's landed in this soft sand. Let's see. He's going to try and just take the running punch right at Tixie's side of the head there at the temple. For a 19 to hit.
Oh, fucker.
And that will be 5 points of damage again.
Mm.
Now it's Leaf's turn again.
What is this tag team bullshit?
Being the orc, or no, not the orc, the Goliath, run off kind of towards Tix, I'm going to then just sort of look a bit confused and go, he obviously couldn't handle this. And then I'm going to head over to that direction, but as I walk over, I'm going to look down and go, ooh, a ball bearing, and pick it up and put it in my pocket. And then continue forward.
Make an investigation check to see if you can find this ball bearing, because it's in sand.
Okay. Investigation check, here we go. That would be a 22.
Okay.
Also, if you go stand next to that guy, I can get flanking on him, and that gives me advantage on the attack.
So this would be your action to try and find this ball bearing and pick it up, which you managed to do. So you managed to see just a tiny little glint of silver. You're not sure what it was because you didn't see anything being thrown in because it was thrown from above you. But you do find a silver metal ball bearing, just one of them, solitary in the sand.
I wonder if River has one of these. It's mine now. Are
you using any of
your I'm just gonna
go flank that guy.
I'm gonna go and flank.
Okay. There you go then. Alrighty, so it's now Tixie's turn.
Alright, so this motherfucker just came up on my back. And now I get advantage, right?
Yep.
That one. See if this one's better. It's not, so that's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits. So what would you like to do there for your attack?
So I'm just gonna punch. I'm just gonna turn my body and just punch out and try to get him in the kidney.
Okay. So you managed to get him in the kidney there for 4 points of damage. That was. So you.
Yes.
Okay. So
and because I'm really pissed off at this asshat. I am going to use my action surge, and I'm gonna punch him again.
Okay. Go ahead.
Don't fucking sneak up on me, motherfucker!
Again with advantage because Leaf is flanking.
Yeah, the best one was a 15.
15, okay. So if you take your fist and you jab it twice as fast as you can, just straight out. First one you manage to make contact straight in where the kidney would be, and he kind of instantly kind of moves and groans off to the side. Where your second fist goes kind of straight through where his arm would be, where he's grasping. So the first one hits, second one doesn't.
And then just for shits and giggles, as my bonus action, I'm going to use second wind.
Okay.
And I am going to regain 1d10 plus 4 hit points.
Okay.
And I'm going to sneak up behind someone again.
That would be me regaining 14 hit points if I rolled a 10.
Okay. Good roll.
Yeah.
And I walk up to the guy and I kind of spill my popcorn on him. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And like kind of pat him down and take his shit.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check there with that one.
Oh no!
The blue sandstone.
That's a 10.
A 10. So you kind of stumble into him, your popcorn spilling out on him, and you're like kind of try to hit the popcorn off of him, but he just like kind of shoves your hands away.
So sorry.
Too busy dealing with what's going on in front of him in the fight.
And I keep going.
Now the Goliath's turn, who's in front of Tix. So let's see, they are going to, with Tix, turn around to the other one. Going to try and just do a kind of kick to the knee. That's a 15 for that one.
That does not hit.
Okay. So he kind of kicks out, but just misses and kind of goes behind your knee, not quite making any connection.
I flash him a dirty look because I am really pissed off at being ganged up on.
The Goliath, who's being flanked by both Leaf and Tix, what will he do? He is going to take a step back and over, so then he is now flanking Tix.
These motherfuckers!
Getting a step back so they get an opportunity hit.
Oh yeah,
Try and see if you get an attack. Yep, see if you can hit.
Okay.
Leaf, you get an attack of opportunity.
Well, he's not moving out of your area, Tix, so it's just Leaf that gets it.
Yeah, that's what I was, Kick him in the ass, Leaf.
Wait, attack to hit, did you say?
Yeah.
Attack to hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a 20.
A 20. Okay. You punch out, and as he's kind of rushing past, you make connection with his shoulder, and he stumbles a little bit and slows him down a little tiny bit. So how much damage was that? 4 again?
It'll be 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to, after that, he's just going to jump up and try and punch down on like kind of where your shoulder meets your neck area ticks. And this has advantage.
Because now I'm getting flanked. Flankety, flank, flank, flank.
It's not a fun way.
4, so that's a 6 total.
No, not a fun way.
That's a 6 total, so that clearly just does not hit anything at all apart from just any dust that might be in the air. Jumps up, hits down, but goes in front of your shoulder. You overestimated his jump there. So Leaf, it's now your turn.
Goodness, it's not a sand party.
It's now your turn, Leaf.
Okay, nobody messes with my friend either. Ooh, I'm gonna kick some butt. I'm just gonna like ram into this guy and like in his side.
Okay, which one? The one that you were facing originally? Or the other one?
The the one that, trying to think where we are. So yeah, the one that's closest. The one that's closest.
They're both the exact same distance away from you right now.
Am I flanking still or not?
No, there's not. There's blank
No.
area right the way around you.
Alright, okay, so I'm gonna attack the one that, so they're both, the one that's close, the one that's closest to me in front, basically, because I'm so angry, I don't really know which one's which anymore.
So the person that's
'Cause they look the
closest to you
same.
in front is Tex. So
Oh, sorry,
if you
no,
look on,
okay,
if you
well,
look on
There's
the map.
me, there's you, and there's the two bad guys
yeah.
on either side.
Alright,
of me.
okay, then, okay, so I need to move around to the one that's, so then I can get flanking.
Okay. With the one that was fighting you originally, or the other one?
Fighting originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of attack would you like to try and make?
I'm gonna go for like a rib cage.
Okay, like kind of just
Punch.
up into the ribcage area. Okay. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Yeah. Okay, that is a 23.
Okay. Somehow this kind of rage that you've never kind of experienced before fuels you on a bit, and you just punch straight into the rib area, and you hear a crack.
Oh.
So how much damage is that? Was it 4?
4, yeah.
Okay.
Take that.
He's starting to look really quite hurt just now. He's kind of grabbing at
And
his
I'm just gonna
side, favouring that side. So now
Yeah,
Trixie's turn.
when he grabs his side, I'm just gonna like blow on my knuckles and be like, that's how it's done.
Okay, it's now Trixie's turn. Let's see. You are flanking now with Leaf, so against the.
So I'm gonna. I heard that crack,
Mhm.
and I see that Leaf has my back and is flanking this guy. So I'm gonna turn and I'm just gonna punch him. I'm gonna try to throat punch him.
Okay. Kind of straight to the throat like that. Okay.
Yep. With advantage. Only 14, damn it.
14. You punch out, try and get throat, but you just get the kind of leather kind of collar that's around his throat. And that prevents you from actually getting to his throat area. So the one that's behind you is flanking. So he's gonna, seeing you going for the throat punch, just gonna kick straight out to the back of your knee. Let's see, has advantage. It's going to need it. It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
And
Ow.
that's going to be 5 points of damage. So he kicks
At
out
least we know this
to the back of your
is
knee, and your
death,
knee
so it's
kind of
fine.
pushes out a bit, and you kind of fall to the side a little bit with the pain. The other one because he's flanking, he's gonna just hit on Leaf as well. Not Leaf, Tex, sorry. Because he's flanking, so he gets advantage as well. And he's just gonna aim for the same knee.
Fuckers.
Well, the 16 and a 17, so a 19 total to hit.
Oh, ow.
And that's going to be another 5 points of damage. So now your knee is just in so much pain. You're now like kind of down, one knee on the ground. with the pain from this kick that's just like the kick from each side is just kind of blasted your knee out. So Leaf, what are you going to do next then?
Oh, this fight. This is no, this is not, no. I am even more livid. So I this energy that I've never experienced before, because obviously I've made friends and I feel so strongly about them. I'm like, nobody messes with my found family. And then I'm going to like totally like rage at the one that just hit Tix in the legs.
Okay, so you're just going to kind of blast out at his knee?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and
take his knees out.
Roll for an attack for that.
Okay. Oh, yes. A 25.
Okay.
Yes.
In retaliation, just at his knee, and managed to make a good solid contact. So is that another 4 points of damage with
That's
that one?
what
Then?
Yep.
So you kick shot out into the right in the back of the knee and shatter his kneecap from the from behind.
Oh. I sneak up behind someone else again.
Okay.
And I go, wow, that elf was kind of spry, yeah? And go for the pouch.
Yeah, sleight of hand
I look
check
up
again.
I'm gonna look up to like Torin and like Mika and be like, yo, you see that?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna blow out a little
Easily
bit of
managed to
smoke.
grab another coin pouch, so you've now got 3 coin pouches.
Did you do Torin?
She wanted to hear what you did.
I stood up and I went, whoop, whoop, and I blew out a little smoke for you, a little teeny bit of fire.
Yes.
Mika's still
I'm
sleeping.
like,
Okay.
Mika's sleeping, but I'll hold her up, even though she's sleeping. I'm Mika for support! And I play it back down. Mika says love!
You kind of held aloft and you're still bleary-eyed from trying to get in a little nap and you're just looking down. And you're like, oh, what's this? And then you just fall asleep again as soon as you're placed back down. So you're up now.
I go back and sit with everyone.
Okay.
I see Leaf just going ham on this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, yes! And I grip my teeth and I stand up,
Mm-hmm.
get up off the knee, because fuck this noise. And I'm going to use my flanking advantage, and we're just going to take out this one asshole
Okay.
first.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
My best one there would be a dirty 20.
That hits, so
To
go
hit.
ahead
Oh,
and
another 4 damage, and I do another kidney punch.
okay.
Because
So you kind of hopping a little bit, trying not to put too much pressure on that knee, too much weight on it. You jab out quickly to the exact same side where his rib had just cracked a few seconds before, and you hear another crack, and he just kind of starts kind of coughing a little bit, and a little bit of blood kind of dribbles out, and he kind of falls backwards, so but just manages to avoid landing on top of Leaf. So he is now out. He's just got the one now.
I shout at the other guy, you might as well give up!
I have to fix and say, next time, give him the Karate Kid move!
Okay, so it's now his turn. So he is going to, now that he does not have advantage on it, he's actually just going to stay where he is. He's feeling pretty good there. And just going to punch to the back of your head, like the back of your kind of neck, where your neck meets your skull.
Ow.
oh my days.
But it's not going to hit you, so it's fine, because he rolled a 6. So you managed to just duck down because you're still kind of trying not to put too much weight on it, on your knee, and you're kind of hobbling a little bit there in place, and with your hobbling, you're kind of ducking down a little bit, and his fish just goes right over the top of your head. Leaf, it's now your turn. In fact, I'll move him off to the side now.
Kind of calming down slightly from the exhilaration from the defeat of the other Goliath. I'm going to turn to the one that's kind of been giving us some bother and really kind of just the energy that is still there, but it's not like as ragey. It's more just kind of like a really fun energy. And it's almost fun now for her. So I'm gonna basically hear Torrance say something about a karate kick move and think, I know what that is. So I then try and smack him with my legs. I'm gonna proper kick him in his groin area.
Okay, so just going to kick him in the leg. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for an attack for that one.
Okay.
Is that like a roundhouse? Roundhouse kick.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a roundhouse kick. Yeah, exactly. Gosh, that is a 9.
Okay. So feeling empowered to try this move you've never tried before, you kind of jump a little bit and try and spin, but the sand catches you and you fall a little bit to the side, but manage to catch your balance.
Oh, I must just be so tired from this fight.
It's
I'll
now
have to that move later.
yeah, so you'd have had to move up there to try and do that. Okay, so chicks.
Alright, I'm going to shimmy around so that I'm protecting him.
Yeah.
$21.
That hits. So what would you like to do for your attack?
I'm gonna kick him in the goalies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, go for it. So
I'm gonna take a move from Leaf and I'm gonna kick him in the goalies.
So you kick straight up right in between his legs, and just managed to find connection. And he doesn't quite grab and fall the same way that the other one does, but he does wince and go over a little bit, and gives out a hiss of pain. Takes a second before straightening back up, and he is going to
Die.
against Leaf.
Your shoes
He's going to die. Against Leaf, he's going to he's going to just do a throat punch.
Oh,
Ow.
For a 17 to hit. Is that it?
that hit.
That hits, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't mean that fell at my hand there. Intention rolls. For 5 points of damage. So he punches straight out 5 points of damage.
5 points, okay.
Okay. So he punches out and hits you straight in the throat, and you go, you kind of cough and splutter from the pain and the wind just escaping your throat area.
That was sore. Not cool, man. I thought we had a connection.
He's going to... Yeah, he'll just stay there, actually. So Leaf, you're up now. for whatever attack you would like to try and make this time.
Alright, at this point, I'm just like, I'm so done with this fight now. But I'm just gonna run at him and grab him around the waist, or if I can get my arms right around his waist, and just like launch myself to try and topple him over.
To do what, sorry?
To try and like grapple him and
Try and
topple him
grapple
over.
him. Okay. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me then. This will be a contested strength check.
Okay. Strength check. Would that be athletics?
Yeah,
No.
just a straight up strength check for this one.
Okay. Strength check. That's not on a saving throw, that's in my additional
That's just
skills.
a D20 and your strength modifier, right?
Yeah.
A D3. No, D4.
D20.
D20, sorry.
I yell out to the Goliath, I saw your mom last night and she said you haven't called her in a while.
He looks up
Oh my
confused.
days.
Like, who's shouting this sort of stuff? I'm like, huh?
So that was a 12 and then
Oh,
Oh no.
did we lose Leaf?
Abby's frozen.
oh,
I can see her making rolls.
Aw.
Yeah, we'll give her a
You didn't make
second.
this out.
It's fine, we'll give her a second. Might be an
In the meantime, I poke little Mika and I say, Meek, Meek, can you kind of run so we can take care of some woman's face soon?
a 15.
A 15, okay. He rolled a 23, so you kind of ram and try and put your arms
damn
around
it.
him, and he just bats your hands away.
Oops.
I kind of am just like, at this point, really tired. Just like,
Okay, so Tex, we're now with you.
Well, whatever I'm going to do, I can hold him.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, whatever I'm trying to do isn't going to work.
Okay.
My highest one is a 10. So basically, while you're standing there, you just fall in the sand. No, I don't fall over, but
So it's now his turn then, as you try and make some form of attack, but Leaf's tried to grapple him. Spatted the hands away, and your hands get caught up in it, and they're batted away as well.
my punch just goes.
Yeah. So he's going to just still against Leaf after this. Is going to just go for a nose jab. Uh, 16 to hit.
That hits.
That hits,
Because
okay.
I'm a 15.
That will be another 5 points of damage. As he jabs out straight
Okay.
into your nose, and your nose, after being bashed onto the wall, is now just a plug. And he's going to stay
Okay.
there, so it's now Leaf, you're up.
Oh man. Feeling really tired from this fight. I'm just like, oh man.
Blood streaming
Don't know how
down your
much
face.
energy I have left for this. So I'm just gonna try and just punch him in the face to try and knock him out.
Okay, go ahead and roll for an attack.
Cool.
You can do it. Yes, you can. You can do it. Kill this man.
That's 20.
That hits, go ahead and that's 4 points of damage there for that, because yours is just straight up 4. So he is still up after you kind of just punch him in the face. He is still up. He's got big bruises forming on his face and his eyes all swollen shut. But he is still up. He does look as though he's taking quite a bit of damage, but he's still up just now. Kind of panting heavily.
Okay, I'm starting to see that like Leaf is a little rough, and my like protective instincts are kicking in, and I just want to finish this motherfucker.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just try a big haymaker jaw punch, like.
Yep.
Ooh, this might hit. I have 15.
That doesn't hit. You try and punch him. He moves his head back and it goes right in front of his face.
Damn it.
He's gonna turn around. After taking a few punches at Leaf, he's gonna just turn around and do the same to Tex, seeing as he's now the only one. Oh, that flew out of my hand. Roll that again. It was worse anyway, so that'll be an 11 to hit, which I'm pretty sure does not hit.
No. Everyone's too punch drunk! It's getting to the rough part of the fight!
And he's feeling pretty rough, so it's kind of just tit for tat. You're all just trying to punch each other, and punches are starting to go a little bit wide. So Leaf. I guess I'll just roll for Leaf, see if Leaf manages to hit with another attack to the back of the head. We'll see. 7. What's Leaf's? So that's a 12. That doesn't hit. So we're now back again with.
This one went much better. I rolled, since I still have advantage, I rolled 2 17s. Woo!
Nice.
So 22 total.
Yep, that definitely hits.
So 22 total to hit. I'm just gonna to his jaw.
Okay, you punch at his jaw and his jaw goes slack and kind of moves out of place. You've managed to dislocate his jaw with this one. He's going to turn back around after feeling this punch and is just going to try and do another throat punch to you, Tex. But he's getting really tired now, so he tries to do a throat punch and it kind of just glances past your throat, giving it like a good 2 or 3 inches wide berth. Leaf is up again. Leaf's gonna just do another try and hit it to the back of the head. Misses again.
I missed this time too.
Okay. You can kind of see where this is starting to go. He's gonna just bend down a little bit. Not too sure what. You're not too sure what he's doing, and he's just going to stand back up. That's just going to be his turn for that one. So Leaf, so just try and punch again. It's better. That's a 21. The Leaf manages to punch straight back to the back of the head, not even going for the neck, just the top of the skull area. There's another 4 points of damage with that. Now we're back at Tex.
Oh my god! I rolled a 3 and a 4.
You did.
So it's
a good dice in
7
jail.
and 8.
So
I suggest one of the other dice. Shh.
you punch out to try and catch him as he's standing back up, but you overestimate it and 2 or 3 inches over the top of his head. So he, when he was down here, he grabbed a handful of sand. Just going to throw it in your face. And attack. For a 12 to hit, so he throws the sand in your face. But in your flashing about and flailing about, you hit his hand away. So his gamble there didn't pay off.
No. Fighting dirty. Well, I don't like this guy.
Back at Leaf. Leaf is just going to try and, from behind, kick to the ghoulies again. For a 24 to hit. So I'm sad that Leaf isn't here right at this second.
Right? Well, we can wait. We can just wait a sec.
Yeah.
We can take a quick potty break and then hopefully she'll be back and can celebrate properly.
Yeah. So we'll take a quick little break here and then we'll get to how Leaf takes him out in a second. So coming back from break, we're now at our rather lovely Leaf has kicked from behind, kicked to the ghoulies. So go ahead and take him out.
Okay. So as with all the last energy that I have in my body, I'm just going to be like, this is enough. You've hurt my friend and you've hurt me, and there's just no dignity here. And then I'm just gonna like total smack him with my fist and be like, take that.
Okay. So kicking out and punching. You see him wince in so much pain, and his eyes just roll into the back of his head and he falls to the side, just kind of grasping his areas in pain.
As he's grasping for his areas, I'm going to then like basically put my leg like on his like hip and just do like strike a pose. And just be like, that is how you fight.
So,
as soon as the crowd starts to go wild, I'm going to run up behind Leaf and I'm going to grab her around the waist and I'm going to jump up in the air like in celebration.
Okay.
Yes!
So the crowd goes absolutely wild. It's enough to wake Mika up from her slumber.
Did I miss it? Oops. They won, Mika. They won.
And someone
Yay!
they lower the ladders back down into the fighting pit, and you're now able to climb up. Someone else jumps down and throws a bucket of water, or half a bucket of water, since there's two of them, onto their faces, gives them a good slap, gives them a potion and an eel, and lets them go out of the fighting pit on their own accord.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna go ahead and
Go to the money guy.
Okay, yeah, because you'd place a platinum each way. So, platinum each way, okay. So, going back over, it's the little goblin who was taking all the bets. He sees you, and he goes into a pouch and pulls out the platinum that you had given him for each of them, and then hands over another 5 platinum on top of that.
Total or each?
Each. So in
So 10
total,
platinum.
you get
Or
10
12
platinum.
total.
Yeah. Yeah, including your original bet, you get 12 platinum back.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over there and see what my winnings are.
Okay. So the guy who was down there collecting all the money and throwing the water over him collects as much as he can from the sand and comes back up as you head over towards the orc. Sitting at a table now, and he has 2 pouches in front of him and slides them over to you. Goes, well thought.
Thank you.
And then
That's the best fighting
pushes
you'll
over
ever
2
see.
ales as well.
What's in my pouches?
So it was a 15 gold buy-in, and it was a winner takes all, so 15 gold buy-in per person, so you get 30 gold in there each. So your original 15 plus the 15. And then the human, who it's a young teenager with scraggly blonde hair and like a little tiny tufty bit of a beard starting to come through. He rushes over, he's got, starts pulling out of his pockets all the coins that he collected, sitting them down in front of you. He places up on the table in front of you there a further 20 gold, 12 silver, and about 30 copper.
Each or total?
The total.
Okay. So I'll take 10 gold, 15 silver. No, how much silver? It was 20 gold. Sorry.
It's 20 gold. I just pulled these numbers off the top of my head. So 20 gold, 12 silver, and I think it was like 30 copper.
Okay, so 6 silver and 15 copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of the day is yours for whatever you'd like to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and cure wounds.
Okay.
I think probably Leaf needs it more than I do.
And that is 5. Oops. 5. Plus 8. 1d8 plus 3. So that's 8. 8 points of healing. Sorry, it's like an offer.
8 points of healing to leave, okay. Alright.
I'm good. I'll be fine in the morning.
You're good to take it too. I mean,
No, I'll be fine in the morning.
alright.
I just look at everyone and say, I think we're good here. I'm going to let Yar know that we'll be back in the morning. And then I say we head out.
Okay.
Oh wait, the spellcasting ability modifier.
That's it. That's it. That's what I told you.
Alright,
Okay. So you all follow River out of the warehouse area. It's still very rowdy. As you're leaving, there is another fight starting to take place in the pit. You get the idea that these people, given the jobs that they do, and the fighting that they do, they have a lot of cash to get rid of. in these fighting pits, and they managed to make quite a fair amount in there as well.
Once we've made our way out,
Yep.
I'm just gonna kind of sidle up to River. Like, my face is just a mess, so like I healed myself, but I'm still covered in like blood and bruises.
The blood and everything's still there. Noses are a little bit out of shape just now.
Right, yeah. And I'm just gonna walk up by River and go, "Hey, did you make any extra off that fight?"
I just smile and keep walking.
Right?
We did all the hard work, man.
And I say under my breath, let's get a little further away.
Fair. Fair.
Okay, so where would you all like to head?
I need a bath. I need a shower. I need a soak. I need something. Is there a decent bathhouse in this town?
Okay, so it's still...
Yeah, we need to go for sleep, a rest. We need a spa.
Okay, so it's still relatively early. It's, say, you're in there for a grand total of maybe half an hour, including the fight and speaking. So it's about like 3:34, so kind of late afternoon, early evening.
That's why I'm looking for a bathhouse.
Okay.
A spa.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for whoever would like to helm this search.
I will. Natural 20.
Never mind.
So you're walking around trying to find a spa or bathhouse, and you remember there was one over kind of near the Temple District, which is not too far from where you've all been staying. It's maybe half an hour's walk.
Perfect. Let's go there. Who wants to come with me?
I'm down for it.
Okay.
Mika?
I may go and find Olivia, check up on how she's doing.
Make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you later.
Once we're a little bit away, I will check the pouches.
Okay. So it'll take you about 20 minutes to walk over to the bathhouse with Tick's going a little bit slower with the blasted out knee, kind of hobbling a little bit. So you take a little bit longer to enjoy the early afternoon air, or late afternoon air I should say. And you manage to make your way over there, and you come up to a building. It's the same kind of Tudor style that the rest of the buildings are in. It's got a wooden sign that's kind of just swaying in the breeze, and it says Summer Breeze Spa on the sign.
That sounds perfect.
I check the pouches.
Okay, so inside the pouches there, you do find, it was 3 pouches you got, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You find in total 50 gold between the 3 pouches, 10 silver and 20 bronze pieces, or copper pieces I should say.
And how many bronze?
20 I think it was, I said.
So I take 25 and give it to Leaf of the gold, and 25 give it to Tix.
Okay.
And then I just keep the 10 silver and 20 bronze.
Okay.
Well, you're the best.
Wait, how much did we get?
25 gold.
25 gold, okay. 25 gold.
Okay.
Let's walk into the spa.
I don't go to the spa. Can I look to see if there's any kind of magic shop, or not even a magic shop? Can I, like a side cart guy, anybody that could identify my wand other than Pandora?
Okay.
She could identify your wand, okay?
So looking around, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. It's 11.
11. Okay.
11.
Looking
And I'll
around.
spend the time while they're in there doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, looking around while they all go inside, you do see that it's just kind of the same meat vendors that you'd seen there previously, and kind of fruit vendors, things like that. You don't see anyone selling in or offering any kind of identification services.
Alright. And I'm gonna sit while they're in there and start reading Beginner's Guide to Magic.
Okay.
All right, so we go into the spa, and I walk up to the front. I assume there's like a front desk
Yeah.
thing. How much for a soak? I know that I look a mess, so.
Yeah, they look very taken aback. And they just kind of hold up 5 fingers and then point to a little sign that's there that just says 5 silver.
Awesome. I will give them 2 gold,
Okay.
because that covers 3 people. That would cover 3 people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
With a little tip. I give them 2 gold, and I say, it's on me. And I slide it over to them and go in.
Okay. So you go in and it's not so much like a big massive public bathhouse, it's a smaller one. But there are a few people in there at the moment. But you are able to kind of get changed in like a little off to the side changing area to kind of strip down from your clothes and then go into the bath for a nice soak to get all the blood and the sand and everything like that off of your face, as well as any grime from the day and the journeys that you've had.
Do I have to share the same soap with him?
There's lots of different soaps around. There's like
I have showers. I hose off first.
Alright, good.
I'm not an asshole.
Yeah, we both showered before we got in, so don't worry.
Yeah, you gotta rinse. You always gotta rinse before you get in the tub.
Yeah,
That's
so
how
it's
that
not
works.
like showers or anything like that, but there is some basins there with some water in it, so you can like quickly clean as much of the blood off your face as you
Yeah,
can before
at
you
this
jump
point,
in.
I'm just like proper, like full on, like just take everything off.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've taken off everything, tied it up all neatly in my bag that I keep where I can see it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit paranoid about that.
And I just look at everyone and I'm just like, I know. Oh my god.
Nobody is looking at you right now as per etiquette of saunas and bathhouses and whatnot.
I'm gonna walk up to the big trough full of
mugwort.
Hot mugwort.
Oh yeah.
Take a bowl and just pour it over my rock hard body. Just pour.
Oh, I miss that. I miss that so much.
You know.
All right.
Give a little look around the room, and I can hear the very wet. No.
Kind of fun.
Okay.
I know you can turn it into a rave, but it's not that.
That wasn't a rave. That was
Yep.
slow jam.
Once we get in the water, I just kind of lean over. To Leaf, and I offer a fist bump.
Yo.
It is so good, man. Oh
Yeah, so did you.
And you both like kind of just lean against the side of the bath and just relax there and sit for a good like half hour or so before you start to feel yourself like pruning.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick back in.
Does this trip to the spa count as a short rest?
That should.
Yeah, you're not doing anything while you're in there, so yeah, it counts as a short rest.
So they're like in there for like an hour?
Yeah.
I'll take an hour off of my 8 hours?
Yep. So Mika, you're heading off to find Olivia.
Yeah.
So where would you like to go to try and find Olivia?
can't remember the map, but was there some sort of little, like, park type area?
Yeah, there's quite a few parks. Let me bring it up, actually. So for where they are, there's a little park.
Ooh,
that
very
is-
organised. Well done.
Yep. So where the temple is, there's one like just kind of in front and behind some of the like buildings near the temple area. That's probably the biggest park
I'll
in
go
this area.
to the ones closest to where we were staying.
The one closest to where you were staying. Okay. So that's quite a little bit farther away. As you're staying over in the, I think it's the Upper Bayside area. Yeah, the Upper Bayside area. So there's a couple of small parks. There's one just pretty much like across the street from the Singing Dragon where you've been staying. It's got a couple of tall trees up there.
I'll go and wander around there and like, Olivia! Trying not to look like a complete weirdo shouting into the park. Are you there? Hello?
There are a few kids that are just playing around in this park. They don't really pay too much attention to you. They're too busy playing with each other. Go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can find her.
I need to find the right numbers. Oh no. I mean, I rolled a 12. I
Okay.
can't find my perception. What's it?
Let me check.
D&D Beyond has decided to completely reload itself.
Ah, okay.
Let's see.
Perception. So that was 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking up, the trees are very bright green just now, with it being right in the middle of summer. There are some that have like almost cherry blossoms on them, but they're not pink, they are blue. So there's a little bit of scattering around. There's not too many of them because it's a little bit out of season for them, but there is still a few leaves hanging on there and some blue petals and flowers that are kind of windswept and brushed up into like kind of one corner of the park area. In one of those trees there you do find a white wing just kind of peeking out.
You gonna come and say hello?
Flies down and lands on your arm.
Hey. What are you doing? No. I hope you've been sleeping better than I have, because it's been a rough few nights. And she just kind of looks a bit confused
Yeah,
and
kids
shakes her up and then flies away again.
Yeah. Okay. So now that your hour is, kind of time is up in the spa area after you've bathed and you now have all the blood and grime and everything like that over your face, and you spent an hour reading and finding Olivia, where would you all like to reconvene for your evening?
I mean, it's been 24 hours, so I'm hitting the bar for celebration.
I want to drink for sure.
Well, you have
I
your
can take
thing going
it
on,
and then
so
leave the spa and kind of like take a scrubby brush out of my bag and kind of scrub some of the gunk off of my armor and stuff too, so I'm not.
okay. So are you
Gross.
both
And that is why I took so rain off.
So are you all reconvening? Are you staying at the Singing Dragon again, or are you heading to a different establishment for the evening, or just going back to the Singing Dragon?
You head back to the Singing Dragon for. They have an inn upstairs, yeah?
I mean, that's where we've been staying.
Yeah, that's where we've been staying. We're gonna stay there again for the night.
Okay. So heading off there,
And-
grabbing some dinner and drinks and sitting down. There was a bet going on between River and Leaf.
Oh yeah, you can't drink.
It's been 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so now you can.
No, I mean the new bet.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a bet for.
No, I didn't agree. I didn't
Oh
agree to
yeah,
it.
yeah. Neither you did.
I didn't agree
I
to
thought
it.
you had. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that we didn't agree to that one.
heading in, you managed to find a table. It's still early enough that you're able to find a nice table and sit down for some dinner for the evening and procure some rooms. So the evening is yours. It is quieter this evening than the other evenings when you've been there. It's only just like a small band playing off in the corner. It's not like any shows or anything like that on. So what would you all like to do for the evening?
River's gonna go up and to the room and probably read for another 5 hours and then go to bed.
Okay. And the rest of you?
I'm gonna have a drink at the bar
Mm-hmm.
and sit beside Mika and just be like, "So you saw me in the fight."
Yes.
Don't sound so confident.
I may or may not have had a little nap.
I'll let you off. It's fine. And then I just take another swig from my beer.
Okay. Torin and Tix, are you doing anything in particular this evening apart from cleaning off armor and?
Oh, I'm gonna take a little time and finish up those healing potions.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a beer and then I'm gonna go upstairs and finish off the healing potions and do my usual nightly routine, sharpening my weapons, cleaning my armor, all of that stuff, and then I'm probably just gonna go to sleep. That was a big fight.
I'm just gonna go up to Leaf and Dix and let them know that they did good out there. I'm proud of them.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh. And then we give a big cuddle.
Little snoog. Snuggle. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and do a little meditation, little incense, little reaching out to the goddess of the hunt, a little prayer,
Okay.
and then to bed.
Okay. No worries.
So we're all sleeping, basically.
So who's all sharing rooms together for this evening's rest? I'm assuming Leaf has a room to herself again with the door left unlocked.
Yeah.
Waiting for anyone to walk in and steal stuff.
No, not to steal. For cuddle.
How many rooms did we have?
Three.
Three.
Yeah, so that's was I really need to start putting this elsewhere for how much it's costing you each night for this. But it was 1 gold per room.
Right, so 3 gold a night, and I know that last night it got a little wonky with who was sleeping where.
Yeah, it was a little.
Sorry, not sorry.
You must know that.
No.
Alright, then I'll bunk with you.
Okay.
Okay. So that would leave Mika and River then bunking together with Leaf's taking her solitary room as normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a relatively quiet night in the bar. You managed to fall asleep pretty easily for some of you. The exhaustion from the day's fight and the excitement making you very tired at this stage. But for Mika, it takes a little bit longer than is normal for you to fall off to sleep.
And I've been staying up reading for a little bit, so I actually... Hey, Mika. You use magic,
Yes,
yeah? You use magic,
I
yeah?
do, yes.
Can you explain to me, like, how? Like, how do you use it?
I just kind of take inspiration from nature and I don't know, magic happens.
Alright. Then I go back to reading.
Okay. So you eventually fall off to sleep, so does Mika. Everyone else is all asleep. But Mika, your dreams that night are especially weirder than what they usually are. Your dreams are normally filled with shadows and dark colours darting around. You're not really too sure what's actually in them. And it's the worry of what these are that keeps you awake at night, most nights. But tonight you do hear groans and howls in your dreams as well, accompanying these shapes. You manage to sleep for maybe about 2 or 3 hours before you bolt awake, gasping for air.
Just ignore me. You never know.
So are you going to try and head back off to sleep, or?
I'm going to sit in the dark for a minute.
Okay.
And try to calm my breathing, and then turn over and just kind of lie there, not particularly trying to get to sleep, but not stopping myself if I do end up falling asleep again.
Okay.
And I'm just curled up on the end of my bed with the book.
It's completely dead to the world at this point. So morning comes. Mika, you do manage to fall asleep again. You get another 2 hours of sleep before the morning comes and River wakes up. And being such a light sleeper, you do hear River moving around in the room, setting things straight, back into the bags and things like that.
I'm pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet against a light sleeper, though, is the thing. So you all managed to reconvene. It's still very early in the morning. The sun has risen maybe about an hour or so ago, so it's about 7-8 o'clock in the morning at this stage. And you can all head down for breakfast and start to plan for your day.
Okay.
I go over to the bar area and just say, "Do you have any apples?"
It's very tired human woman who is behind there at the moment, just still trying to clean up some glasses. Looks at you and goes, "I'll need to check the kitchen," and then heads off into the kitchen and comes back with one smallish apple. It's like a fun size apple. And hands it over.
And I hand her a gold.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, apples are expensive.
They are.
I'm going to turn to everyone else and be like, "Oh, so did anyone sleep well last night?"
Yeah.
I slept soundly, yeah. How about you?
Good. I slept really well. It was great. I had a nice cozy dream.
Oh, good.
Mika just kind of stays quiet in the corner.
Okay. Just slowly eating
You're
breakfast very
quiet in the
simply.
morning.
It just takes me a little while to wake up.
But you're quiet, like, most of the time.
I'm trying to wake up most of the time. Fair enough. You're alright,
I'm a
Mika.
dude. Yeah, you're right.
I'm fine.
You seem a little off, even for you, even for just waking up. You seem a little, I don't know, sad.
just a disturbed night. It's fine. Night could be better.
Can I do an insight check?
Go ahead.
$16.
Okay. So anything that you'd like to disclose there with that, Mika? You can roll a d20 and see if what it comes up against your roll and to make your decision if you want.
That's 18.
Okay.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah, no, just a disturbed night. We'll see how I sleep tonight.
Well, just, you know, you can talk to us about anything.
Everyone's so nice. Thank you.
Also, if you'd like to do a little meditation with me this evening, I find it helps set the mood for sleep.
That might be nice. I'll try that.
So, what's our plan for today? Is it to head back up to River's friend?
Your connection, your underworld contact.
Various friends.
Don't worry about it.
After I've had my breakfast and everything, I'm going to head to the cart and get it ready for our trip up to where River's acquaintance or contact is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I have a continental breakfast, whatever that is, and
the cart is back at
long
the...
clothes and some fruits that I pocket.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap it up in a little bit of cloth. The cart
Styrofoam
and the
container of
horses, you didn't take them away from the stables where you bought them from, so they are still up there being tended for by the people at the stables. So that would be a good 45 minutes walk from where you are just now. 45 minutes to an hour.
How long does it take to get to
Which is completely in the opposite direction of where you need to go for the warehouses.
How long does it take to get to the warehouse?
From where you are, it was about 30 minutes.
Just walk.
Yeah, just walk.
Okay.
We'll get the horses after.
Yes.
So heading back over towards the warehouse, it's still very early. You see all the traders kind of starting to open up their stalls for the morning. People starting to open up their shops for the day. It's kind of just opening the doors up and kind of wedging them open to let a nice breeze come in through the doors, given that it is really warm today in Elands. And you head back over towards the warehouses. You see the two guards that were there the previous day. They nod towards both Leaf and Tix in acknowledgement for the fight the previous day, and they open up the door to let you in.
Hi.
Just give him a little chin nod, you know.
Yeah,
Thank
they
you.
kind of sup.
A little bow. Uh-huh.
It's,
I head straight for, is it Rhea?
yeah,
Raya?
Rhea, yeah.
Which one? Rhea?
Yeah. So she was back up the stairs. You do kind of see guards looking over, like one of the humanoids that were beside her at the table the previous day. You do see them after hearing the door opening at this early hour, looking over the banister, seeing you all, and heading down towards the stair to where you are to escort you back up the stairs. You see her, she is sitting at the table that she was at the previous day. She does have some breads and some kind of meats round about her, kind of snacking on them, while she's just reading a book.
First I look at the guard and go, excuse me, I'm done with this. Could you throw my quarter life? Thanks. And I look back and say, in Thieves' Camp, what do you know about Lady Raylana and art bearing?
Looks up from her book picks up a little piece of cloth that's beside her and places it in the book and closes it over softly and sits it off to the side on the table, and kind of straightens up in her chair. Looks very prim and proper for a dwarf of this kind of nature. She does have like kind of bushy blonde hair that's like kind of right the way out here, but it is tied back loosely a little bit to keep it out of her face with a little bit of leather. Doesn't quite have a beard, but she does have really long sideburns that kind of go down here, but they're kind of closely cropped, but at the points here they are kind of braided a little bit to go down.
I like it.
And has a leather strap across her chest with 3 small throwing axes attached onto it, and there's a battle axe kind of behind her at the chairs that she's at. Kind of looks up towards you and says, well, that sort of information will cost you a pretty penny.
And I just like kind of get a little closer and say, I can afford it. Give me the information.
Yeah, you better listen to her.
You're all just kind
I
of
mean, we
looking
can't
around
understand what she's saying, but like,
Yeah.
you get the sense but I get the sense that it's time to start looking a little intimidating. So, like, you know, swole.
I throw up behind and kind of stretch out my length and my girth and give a little, you know, just a little smoke coming out the nostrils a bit.
Just stand a little straighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, do what
Do these
What we
kind
can
of
do.
push out a little bit? That type of information comes with favours. You do me a favour, I do you a favour. Take a seat. And she kind of like pushes, like kicks a chair out for you to sit down in front of her at the table.
My claws come out a little, and I pull the chair back even a little more and sit.
Okay.
I kind of see River doing this and kind of like pull a chair forward as well, but like instead of sitting it on it right away, I kind of like brush the seat part like for like any dirt or crumbs, and then I sort of like tentatively just like edge onto the chair and kind of go, okay. I guess this is how we act here.
So going over to one of the other tables, all the chairs are kind of stacked on top of the tables for the kind of upstairs area to be quickly brushed up before people start arriving for the next day. So you pull the chair off the table, put it down on the ground and kind of drag it, kind of squeaks a little bit on the wood, and set it a little bit off to the side of River and sweep it down and then sit down kind of primly on the chair.
So in common, I say, what do you need?
And that's where we're going to finish.